you know, breaking down in terms of price point, location,
Yes.
and looking at,
Yes.
again, you mentioned supply demand, that's also very crucial. I personally think that the supply across Australia, we know we're in a housing crisis. So I think the low supply levels in Sydney are kind of keeping like a price floor almost. So you're not letting,
Hmm.
prices break down in certain locations. At the same time, however, you're seeing, to your point, lots of cities getting rezoned right now. So you're getting, medium density dwellings, R4 zoning from North Sydney all the way down to, the northwest and western pockets. So what that means is that, yes, properties might be worth more because now they've got a development element to them, and that's going to add value. But at the same time,
Hmm.
if you're getting a lot of, high density, low density buildings coming to the market, that's just more units. And essentially, I always, have this rule that unit supply is kind of infinity because it might never stop. So if you've got more unit supply coming into the market at lower price points, maybe that's going to, decrease the dwelling prices over time. Who knows? But I think, honestly, it comes down to affordability as well. So what we found in Sydney was the lower price band, so sub $1 million, that's saw the largest growth. And that's not something that we're surprised about because if you look at every city in the Australian market, the lower 25% quartile grew the most. That's pretty standard, giving a high interest rate environment, giving low supply, and people are obviously looking for an affordable property to hold, especially from an investment point of view. So that made sense. And if you look at the mortgage belt, which is, your average amount a consumer can kind of spend and borrow from the bank, it's around 1.1 to 1.2 mil. So that
Hmm.
lower price point was about 650 to 700K. And we were buying properties there like 12 to 24 months ago, and they're now grown to that 850 $900,000 price bracket. And then I think those prices will naturally go and drift higher into that mortgage belt range of 1.1 to 1.2 mil. And that's where I see the
Hmm.
risk for properties between 1.5 to $3 million.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
these are properties, in my view, that to your point, they're not yet luxury. They're trying to break into that kind of luxury market. So people need to see the value in those properties. So we're in the hills. So we kind of look at the hills as, kind of one of those markets today where you've still got
Hmm.
like, your luxury market within the hills selling for more than, $4 or $5 million, but you've got a lot of properties trying to break it past 2.5 mil. And then these are markets that we're finding that are sometimes correcting or giving you know buyers and sellers headaches because they don't know the real value as a
Yeah.
whole. And yeah, with that luxury